Hi, my name is Wilson Kibito of registration number 1052-19. I'm a final year student taking technology education in civil and construction technology. So these are Tech 400 academic trip 2 summary, which we didn't went to the trip due to coronavirus pandemic. So today I'm going to give a summary of what it entails in Tech 400. So Tech 400 is subdivided into two parts. There's a first part of computer section and the second part of area of specialization. So in the computer part, I'm going to give a brief summary of some sections in a computer part. There are two sections in computer parts. That's one, you have what we call SCADA. SCADA is what we call supervisory control and acquisition system. And the second part of the computer section is what we call Internet of Things. That's what computer section entails. The second part, we have an area of specialization part. I'm going to deal with cement manufacturing at what we call standard proton compaction test. This is in the part of building and civil technology. So I will start with the first part of computer, which is SCADA. SCADA, and I will start with function of the SCADA. The first function of a SCADA is what we call data acquisition. Data acquisition is just a collection of data from an industry or a running process of or a function, a process in an industry or anything. Another function of SCADA is to supervise the control. The SCADA supervises the activities taking place in an industry or a plant. Another function of SCADA is data presentation. So when everything is taking place in an industry or a plant, the SCADA is taking information and taking data and presenting it in a way so that it can draw charts or graphs. Another function of SCADA is a remote control, so that in case there is a shortage or an alarm or anything, it acts as a control so that it can break the circuit so that that thing or that problem can be solved before destroying. Another function of a SCADA is reporting. SCADA collects data and reports in a form of alarm or presented data or even graphs. SCADA is applied in several parts of this country. The first part is power generation. The second application of SCADA is water system, water sewage removal or management. The third part is oil production and transmission. Another application is transportation, such that it monitors traffic jams and railway, even the aircraft uses SCADA. So after that, we are going to see about industrial Internet of Things involve the following. Industrial Internet of Things is simply connection or integration of internet within an industry process so that it can fetch information and give details. So in an industrial Internet of Things, we have several aspects to consider. The first aspect is what we call sensors. It contains sensors devices. So these sensors collect data or information from industrial equipment and systems. These include temperatures, pressure, and others. There's also connectivity. Devices connected through wireless network or cellular machine learning algorithm and identify a pattern or a problem that can be initiated by maybe a breakdown or anything. Another part or aspect is what we call improves efficiency and production. So Internet of Things is just improves or make Internet of Things are applied in the following areas in the field. The first place is transportation system. For example, railway or airports. The second part is used in traffic jam to control the flow of vehicles. The third application of Internet of Things is what we call, it is used in hospital to control the machine of the hospital. So that's all. That's a summary of Internet of Things. In the second part of area of specialization, we are going to see what we call cement manufacturing. Introduction of cement manufacturing. There are raw materials used in production of cement and include the following. The first raw material is what we call calcium carbonate, or in short, limestone. This limestone is extracted from the rock and taken to the cement production plant. Another raw material is what we call clay. Clay is extracted in small quantity and taken so that it can be mixed with calcium carbonate to give out the product, which is cement. The third product is what we call gypsum. Gypsum is added as an additive so that it can be improved in color and the strength of the cement. And the last ingredients of cement manufacture is what we call ash. This is added, it is taken from, it is actually mined from some rocks and taken to the factory so that can be added to the cement so that it can give a good color and the strength. It improves also on strength. There are two processes in cement manufacturing. The first process is what we call dry process, and the second one is called wet process. I'm going to give a brief summary of dry and wet process in manufacture of cement. The first stage of dry process is what we call mining and preparation of raw material. This is just simply taking the raw material to the factory in order to remove impurities and also split or crush into small particles. The second process of dry process is what we call grinding and blending. This is just mixing and crushing of the limestone, which is calcium carbonate, and mixing with ash, another clay, another product, and it is blended so that it can mix proportionally. And then the next steps is what we call heating. In the dry process, the materials of the cement are heated to high temperatures of around 1000 degrees Celsius so that it can change from being solid to almost molten. After heating, we have what we call clinker cooling. The cement or the raw material are cooled so that it cannot lose the quality of the cement. And the last part of cement is what we call grinding. This is just crushing cement into finer powder, which can be packed and taken to the factory to be taken to the consumers. In the process of wet process, first the raw materials are taken to the factory and then it is crushed, which is grinding. It is grinded and mixed with other proportion, which is limestone, clay, and others. After that, it's what we call blending. The slurry is mixed in a homogeneous what it should be mixed so that it is uniformly mixed. After being mixed, it is heated to temperatures of around 1400 to 1500 degrees Celsius. After heating, the next step is grinding the clinker. So that after blending, you grind. After grinding, it forms a finer powder of cement. So after that, we just pack and back to the consumers. So that is the summary of Tech 400 about computer section and building and technology section. Thank you.